Consider for a moment where you stand right now in your journey towards your dreams. Perhaps you feel you've come a long way, yet the final goal still seems just out of reach. Or maybe you're in the midst of what seems like an endless struggle, wondering if you'll ever see the fruits of your labor. Wherever you are, I say unto you, you are in the final stretch. The realization of your vision is closer than you could possibly imagine. But what does it mean to be in the final stretch? It is not a matter of time or distance as the world perceives it. It is a state of consciousness, a shift in perception that can catapult you from where you are to where you desire to be. The final stretch is a critical juncture where your unwavering faith and persistent imagination can bridge the gap between your current reality and your desired state. Let us delve deeper into this profound truth. Your outer world, everything you experience in your physical reality, is nothing more than a reflection of your inner world. It is a mirror faithfully reflecting back to you the sum total of your beliefs, assumptions, and most importantly, your imaginative acts. When you understand this, truly understand it, you realize that the distance between you and your vision is not a physical distance at all. It is simply the space between your current self-concept and the self-concept of your vision realized. This understanding is crucial, for it shifts the entire paradigm of achievement. No longer are you struggling against external forces or waiting for favorable circumstances. You are simply aligning your consciousness with the version of you that has already achieved your vision. This alignment, this shift in self-concept, is the true final stretch. But how, you may ask, does one navigate this final stretch? The answer lies in the power of your wonderful human imagination. For your imagination is not a mere fantasy maker, it is the very workshop in which reality is forged. When you imagine yourself as having already achieved your vision, when you assume the feeling of your desire realized, you are not engaging in idle daydreaming. You are engaging in the most powerful creative act known to man. Let us take a moment to truly understand this. Your subconscious mind does not distinguish between what you vividly imagine and what you actually experience in the outer world. It accepts as true whatever you feel to be true. And once it accepts an idea as true, it proceeds to bring it into manifestation in your physical reality. This is why the ability to persist in your imaginal act, especially when outer circumstances seem to contradict it, is so crucial in the final stretch. Consider the biblical phrase, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. This is not about blind belief in something external. It is about the faith that comes from feeling the reality of your vision in the realm of imagination, knowing that this feeling is the very substance and evidence of its physical manifestation. In the final stretch, this faith becomes your beacon, guiding you through any doubts or setbacks that may arise. But let me be clear, navigating the final stretch is not about sitting idly and waiting for things to magically appear in your life. It is about a fundamental shift in consciousness that naturally leads to inspired action. When you truly feel the reality of your vision achieved, your actions naturally align with that feeling. You begin to think, speak, and act from the perspective of already being the person who has realized that vision. Let us explore this further with an example. Imagine a man who aspires to be a successful author. He has written his book, but now faces the challenges of publishing and gaining recognition. In the old paradigm, he might frantically send out query letters, constantly worry about rejection, always feeling the lack of success. But in doing so, he is affirming his current state of being unpublished and unrecognized. He is living from the assumption that success is still a distant goal, And so the universe faithfully reflects this assumption back to him. Now, imagine this same man shifting his approach as he enters the final stretch. Instead of focusing on the absence of success, he assumes the feeling of being a successful author. He feels the satisfaction of holding his published book, the joy of connecting with his readers, the sense of accomplishment that comes with recognition. He lives each day from this feeling, carrying himself with the confidence and purpose of someone who has already achieved his vision. In this state, he no longer desperately chases after successes. He may still take actions towards publishing, but he does so from a place of inner certainty rather than anxious need. And in doing so, he becomes magnetic to opportunities that align with his vision. He allows success to flow into his life, drawn by the power of his assumption and the clarity of his imaginal act. This principle applies to every area of your life, my friends. Whether your vision is related to career, relationships, health, or any other aspect of life, the key to navigating the final stretch is to live from the end. Feel the reality of your vision now in your imagination and persist in this feeling regardless of outer circumstances. Now I can hear some of you thinking, but Neville, isn't this just positive thinking? Isn't this denial of my current reality? And to this, I say emphatically no. This is not about denying your current circumstances. It is about understanding the true nature of reality and the creative power of your consciousness. Your current circumstances are nothing more than the fruit of your past assumptions and imaginal acts. They have no power to determine your future, unless you give them that power by continuing to focus on them and feel their reality. When you shift your focus, when you assume a new self-concept aligned with your vision, you are not denying reality. You are exercising your divine right to choose which reality you wish to experience. Remember, the outer world is dead. It has no life of its own. It is your consciousness that gives life to your experiences. When you wait for your circumstances to change before you feel the reality of vision, you are putting your power in the hands of shadows, reflections of past states of consciousness. But when you change your inner state, when you assume the feeling of your vision realized, you cause the outer world to rearrange itself to match your new inner reality. This, my dear friends, is the true secret to navigating the final stretch. It is about aligning yourself with the law of assumption, recognizing that your vision is seeking you just as you are seeking it, and allowing it to flow into your experience through the power of your imagination and feeling. But let me warn you, this final stretch is not always a smooth path. The old habits of reacting to external circumstances, of letting your feelings be dictated by what you see, are deeply ingrained in our collective consciousness. As you navigate this crucial phase of your journey, you may find resistance arising within you. Doubts may creep in. Old patterns may try to reassert themselves. When this happens, do not fight against these thoughts and feelings. Simply observe them, acknowledge them, and then gently return to your new assumed state. For the war is not won by battling against what you don't want, but by persistently embodying the feeling of what you do want. This persistence, this unwavering faith in the face of contrary evidence, is what distinguishes those who successfully navigate the final stretch from those who fall short of their vision. I like tuning a radio. When you're trying to listen to a particular station, you don't focus on eliminating all the other stations. You simply tune into the frequency you desire. In the same way, as you navigate the final stretch, you don't need to fight against your current reality or forcefully push away doubts and fears. You simply need to tune yourself to the frequency of your vision realized, to align yourself with the feeling of your wish fulfilled. This tuning is done through your imagination and your ability to generate feeling states. Your imagination is the dial that allows you to tune into different frequencies of experience. As you use your imagination to assume the feeling of your vision realized, you are tuning yourself to that frequency, allowing the corresponding experiences to flow into your life. But remember, my friends, this is not a one-time event. Navigating the final stretch requires consistent effort. Just as an athlete in the final stretch of a race must maintain their focus and effort until they cross the finish line, you too must persist in your imaginal act until your vision manifests in your outer reality. This is about persistently assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled, about living from that state day in and day out until it becomes your new normal. As you do this, you will find that the very concept of striving begins to fade from your consciousness. For how can you strive for what you already feel is real? How can you struggle towards what you are already experiencing in your imagination? This shift in perception is the key to effortlessly navigating the final stretch, to experiencing the realization of your vision with grace and ease. Now, some of you may be wondering, but Neville, how can I maintain this feeling state when my outer world shows no signs of change? How can I persist when the final stretch seems to go on indefinitely? And to this I say, your imagination is more powerful than any physical circumstance. Consider for a moment, have you ever been so engrossed in a book or a film that you lost all sense of your surroundings? In those moments, were you not feeling the reality of a world that existed only in your imagination? Your feelings were real, even though the events were imaginary. This is the power you must harness to navigate the final stretch. You must use your imagination to create scenes that imply the fulfillment of your vision. If your vision is a business success, imagine closing a major deal or receiving accolades for your achievements. If it's a vision of perfect health, imagine the feeling of vitality coursing through your body or the joy of engaging in activities that your current condition might limit. Feel these states as vividly and as consistently as you can. The key is to make these imaginal acts as real to you as possible. Engage all your senses. If you're imagining business success, feel the weight of the pen as you sign that important contract, hear the applause of your peers, smell the leather of your new office chair. Make it real in your mind and the feelings will naturally follow. But here's a crucial point, my friends. As you navigate the final stretch, do not become fixated on specific events or outcomes. The goal is to capture the essence of the feeling state associated with your vision realized, for it is this feeling state that is the true attractor of your desire. Let me illustrate this with an example. Suppose your vision is of finding your perfect life partner. You might be tempted to imagine a specific person or a particular sequence of events leading to your meeting. While this can be a useful starting point, it is limiting. Instead, capture the feeling essence of being in a loving, fulfilling relationship. What does it feel like to be deeply understood and accepted? How does it feel to share your life with someone who complements you perfectly? What is the feeling of love, companionship, and mutual growth? By focusing on the feeling essence rather than specific outcomes, you allow the universe to bring your vision to you in ways that might far exceed your specific imaginings. You open yourself to possibilities beyond what your current mindset can conceive. This is how you navigate the final stretch with grace and openness, allowing your vision to unfold in the most beautiful and appropriate way. As you persist in this practice, you may find that your outer world begins to shift in subtle ways. Perhaps opportunities you never noticed before suddenly seem to appear, or solutions to long-standing problems come to you effortlessly, or people respond to you differently in a way that aligns with your vision. These are all signs that you are successfully navigating the final stretch, that your inner shift is creating ripples in your outer reality. Don't discount these small changes. Celebrate them. See them as confirmation that the law is working, that your assumption is taking root. But don't become attached to them or anxiously look for them. Simply acknowledge them with gratitude and continue to live from your assumed state. For in the final stretch, it is your unwavering faith and persistent imagination that will carry you through to the full realization of your vision. As you continue to navigate the final stretch, larger changes will begin to manifest. The full realization of your vision will unfold in ways that might surprise and delight you. But remember, the outer manifestation is not the goal. The goal is the state of consciousness from which your vision naturally flows. This is a crucial point, my friends. When you're truly living from the end, when you're fully embodying the state of your vision realized, you no longer need the outer manifestation to feel complete. You're already whole, already fulfilled in your imagination. And paradoxically, it's in this state of completeness that your vision flows most easily into your experience. Now, some of you might be thinking, but Neville, what about action? Don't we need to do something to bring our vision into manifestation? And to this I say, yes, action is part of the process. But in the final stretch, it's inspired action, not frantic doing. When you're living from the state of your vision realized, ideas and opportunities will naturally present themselves to you. You'll feel inspired to take certain actions, to move in certain directions. These actions won't feel like effort or struggle. They'll feel natural, joyful, almost effortless. This is the difference between forcing and allowing. When you're trying to make something happen, actions feel forced, stressful, born out of fear and lack. When you're living from the end, actions flow naturally from your assumed state, guided by an inner wisdom that knows exactly how to bring your vision into manifestation. Consider the example of a flower reaching for the sun. It doesn't strain or struggle. It simply grows naturally in the direction of the light. You, my dear listeners, are no different. When you align yourself with the feeling of your vision realized, you allow your own blossoming to occur naturally and effortlessly. Your actions in the final stretch become a joyful expression of your inner state, rather than a desperate attempt to change your reality. But let me be clear, this state of allowing is not passive. It requires an active use of your imagination, a deliberate assumption of the state of your wish fulfilled. It requires faith, not blind faith, in an external power, but faith in the creative power of your own consciousness. This faith is not about believing that your vision will manifest someday in the future. It's about believing that your vision is already yours in the realm of imagination, and that the outer world must inevitably conform to this inner reality. As you cultivate this faith, as you persist in your assumed state, you'll begin to see more and more evidence of your vision manifesting in your outer world. These signs may start small, an overheard conversation that confirms your assumption, an unexpected opportunity that aligns with your vision, a shift in how others respond to you. Do not discount these signs, no matter how small. they may seem. For they are confirmation that you are successfully navigating the final stretch, that your inner world is indeed shaping your outer reality. As we near the conclusion of our discussion, I want to address a common concern that arises when people find themselves in the final stretch. Many worry that if they fully embrace the feeling of their vision realized before it physically manifests, they'll become complacent or lose their motivation to take action in the world. But I assure you, my friends, the opposite is true. When you're feeling the reality of your vision, when you're aligned with the state of your wish fulfilled, you become more motivated, more inspired than ever before. But it's a different kind of motivation. It's not the frantic, anxious energy of someone desperately chasing a goal. It's the calm, confident energy of someone who knows their vision is already a reality. In this state, you take inspired action not because you feel you have to, but because you want to. You move through the final stretch with a sense of joy and anticipation, eager to see how your inner state will manifest in your outer world. This is the true gift of living from the end. It's not just about realizing a specific vision, although that will happen. It's about aligning yourself with the flow of life, with the creative power of the universe. It's about recognizing your own divine nature and allowing it to express itself fully through you. In this state of alignment, as you navigate the final stretch, you become a channel for the infinite possibilities of the universe. Ideas flow to you effortlessly. Opportunities present themselves naturally. The right people and circumstances appear in your life at the perfect time. This is the magic of living from the state of your wish fulfilled, of navigating the final stretch with grace and certainty. But remember, this magic is not something external to you. It's not some cosmic force that you need to appease or manipulate. It is the natural expression of your own consciousness when it's aligned with truth. You are the magic, you are the miracle, you are the creative power you've been seeking. And in the final stretch, this power becomes fully activated, propelling you towards the realization of your vision with unstoppable momentum. As we draw our time together to a close, I want to leave you with a final thought. The principle we've explored tonight, the fetch, achieve, going, a vision awaits, is not just about achieving a specific goal or realizing a particular vision. It's about recognizing your true nature as a divine created being. It's about aligning yourself with the fundamental laws of the universe and allowing your grandest visions to flow into your experience. When you live from this understanding, everything changes. The world becomes a friendly place filled with infinite possibilities. You no longer see yourself as a small, separate being struggling against external forces. Instead, you recognize yourself as the creator of your reality, the author of your life story. In this state, there's no need to fear the final stretch, for you understand that everything you desire is already within you, waiting to be expressed. Your job is simply to assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, to live from that state, and to allow the universe to take care of the details. So, my dear friends, as you leave here tonight, I urge you to embrace the final stretch with joy and anticipation. Don't see it as a struggle, but as the thrilling conclusion to the story you've been writing. Use your mighty imagination to assume the state of your vision realized. Feel the naturalness of being or having what you desire. Live from this state. Persist in this assumption and watch as the universe rearranges itself to match your inner vision. Remember, you are not a helpless being pushed around by external turmoil. You are the operant power in your world. Your consciousness is the one and only reality. All things are possible to him who believes, for belief shapes reality. In the final stretch, this belief becomes your guiding light, leading you unerringly to the realization of your vision. Go forth from here with this knowledge. Apply it in your life. Test it, prove it to yourself. For in doing so, you'll discover the truth of who you really are. You'll tap into the limitless power that has always been within you. And you'll experience the joy, the freedom, the fulfillment that comes from living in alignment with the laws of creation. The world is waiting for you, my friends, not as something to struggle towards, but as something to be embraced now in this very moment. It's waiting for you to recognize your true power, to step into your divine nature, to become the person who has already realized your vision. The final stretch is not a distance to be covered, but a state to be assumed. So assume it now. Feel the reality of your vision as vividly as you can. Let this feeling permeate every aspect of your being. For in truth, the final stretch is simply the moment of transition between your inner assumption and its outer manifestation. It is the bridge between the invisible and the visible, crossed by the power of your unwavering faith and persistent imagination. Remember, the kingdom of heaven is within you. The power to shape your reality is within you. You are the miracle you've been waiting for. Embrace this truth, live from it, and watch as your world transforms before your eyes. The final stretch is not the end of your journey, but the beginning of a new way of being. As you navigate this final stretch, you may encounter moments of doubt or disbelief. This is natural. Your old patterns of thought and feeling will try to reassert themselves. When this happens, do not fight against these doubts. Simply observe them, acknowledge them, and then gently return to your assumed state. Persistence is key. The more you practice living from the end, the more natural it will become, and the more swiftly you will move through the final stretch to the realization of your vision. Go forth now, my dear friends, and apply this principle in your lives. Embrace the final stretch with confidence and joy. Feel the reality of your vision now before any external evidence appears. Live from that state, persist in that assumption, and watch as the world rearranges itself to match your inner vision. For this is the true secret to navigating the final stretch. And it is the key to realizing the grandest vision you hold for your life. Let us embark on this journey together, delving into these 10 essential practices that will align you with the creative force of the universe. As we explore each of these, remember that they are not separate tasks, but interconnected aspects of your divine nature, flowing seamlessly from one to the next. Imagination, the God in you. The first and perhaps most crucial thing you must work on every day is your imagination. As I have often said, imagination is the God in man. It's the creative power through which all things are made manifest. Your imagination is not mere fancy or daydreaming. It is the very essence of creation itself. Each day, you must cultivate and nurture your imagination. Set aside time to vividly picture your desires as already fulfilled. See yourself living the life you aspire to, feel the joy and satisfaction of your wishes realized. This is not an exercise in futility, my friends. This is the active use of your divine creative power. When you imagine, you are literally shaping the substance of the universe. Your inner world is the brief for your outer reality. As you work on your imagination daily, you are laying the foundation for the manifestation of your desires. Remember, the world you see around you is nothing more than the outer picture of your inner assumptions. By working on your imagination, you are working on the very fabric of your reality. Make it a daily practice to immerse yourself in the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Let your imagination soar, unbound by the limitations of your current circumstances. Self-concept, your foundation for success. The second thing you must work on every day is your self-concept. Your concept of self is the foundation upon which all your experiences are built. It is not who you truly are, but rather the role you have accepted for yourself in the grand play of life. Every day you must consciously choose to embody the self-concept aligned with your desires. If you wish to be successful, you must conceive of yourself as already successful. If you desire love, you must know yourself as loved. This is not pretense or self-deception. It is the recognition of your true nature as a divine being. Work on your self-concept by consistently affirming your desired state. Speak to yourself as the person you wish to be. Think from the state of your wish fulfilled. As you do this consistently, you will find that your outer world begins to reflect this new concept of self. Remember, you must be before you can do, and do before you can have. By working on your self-concept daily, you are laying the groundwork for the manifestation of your desires. You are aligning your inner state with the outer reality you wish to experience. Feeling, the secret of manifestation. The third aspect you must work on every day is feeling. Feeling is the secret of successful manifestation. It is not enough to merely visualize or affirm your desires. You must feel them as real and present now. Each day, immerse yourself in the feeling of your wish fulfilled. If you desire wealth, feel the security and freedom that wealth brings. If you seek love, feel the warmth and joy of being deeply loved. These feelings are the prayer of the heart, the language that the subconscious mind understands. As you work on generating and maintaining these feelings, you are impressing your subconscious mind with the reality of your desire. You are creating a vibrational match to that which you seek to manifest. Remember, it is not the object of your desire that brings you joy, but the feeling you associate with it. By cultivating these feelings now, you are experiencing the essence of your desire in the present moment. You are living from the end, embodying the state of your wish fulfilled. The fourth element you must work on daily is your attention. Your attention is the currency with which you purchase your experiences. Where you place your attention, there flows the energy of creation. Each day, be mindful of where you direct your attention. Are you focusing on lack and limitation, or on abundance and possibility? Are you dwelling on past failures, or anticipating future successes? Your attention is a powerful tool. Use it wisely. Work on directing your attention towards that which you wish to experience. If you seek help, focus on the feeling of vitality and well-being. If you desire success, concentrate on the satisfaction of achievement. By consistently directing your attention towards your desired state, you are energizing it, bringing it into manifestation. Remember, what you focus on expands. By working on your attention daily, you are literally shaping your reality. You are choosing which aspects of the infinite possibilities before you will manifest in your experience. Assumption, the foundations of faith. The fifth aspect you must work on every day is your assumptions. Your assumptions are the silent beliefs that underlie your thoughts and actions. They are the foundation upon which your faith is built. Each day, examine your assumptions about yourself and the world around you. Are they aligned with your desires? Do they support the realization of your goals? If not, work on consciously changing these assumptions. Assume the best about yourself and others. Assume that the universe is working in your favor. Assume that your desires are not only possible but inevitable. As you work on your assumptions, you are reshaping your subconscious beliefs, aligning them with your conscious intentions. Remember, your assumptions create your reality. By working on your assumptions daily, you are laying the groundwork for the manifestation of your desires. You are creating a mental atmosphere conducive to the realization of your goals. Persistence, the power of consistent application. The sixth element you must work on every day is persistence. The law of assumption, like any law, requires consistent application to yield results. Persistence is not about forcing or struggling. It is about maintaining a steady focus on your desired state. Each day, renew your commitment to living from the end. No matter what your outer circumstances may suggest, persist in the assumption of your wish fulfilled. This persistence is not born of desperation or fear, but of a calm knowing that what you have assumed must manifest. Work on your persistence by regularly revisiting your imaginal acts. Refresh the feeling of your desire fulfilled. Reaffirm your assumptions of success and abundance. This consistent application of the law will yield consistent results in your own life. Remember, the seed of your desire, once planted in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind, needs time to germinate and grow. Your persistence waters this seed, ensuring its eventual manifestation in your outer world. Detachment, the art of letting go. The seventh aspect you must work on daily is detachment. This may seem paradoxical, given the emphasis on persistence, but detachment is crucial to successful manifestation. It is the art of letting go of the how and when of your manifestation. Each day, practice releasing your attachment to specific outcomes or timelines. Trust in the perfect unfolding of your desire. This detachment is not indifference, rather it is supreme confidence in the law and in your own divine nature. Work on your detachment by surrendering your desires to your higher self, to the God within you. Know that the infinite intelligence of the universe knows far better than your conscious mind how to bring your desires into manifestation. Remember, attachment creates resistance, while detachment allows for effortless manifestation. By working on your detachment daily, you are creating space for miracles to occur in your life. Gratitude, the attitude of abundance. The eighth element you must work on every day is gratitude. Gratitude is not merely a polite response to receiving. It is a powerful creative force. It is the recognition and appreciation of the abundance that already exists in your life. Each day, cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Be thankful not only for what you have, but for what is coming to you. Feel grateful for your desired state as if it were already manifest. This gratitude is a form of recognition and acknowledgement of the reality of your desire in the realm of infinite possibilities. Work on your gratitude by keeping a gratitude journal, by expressing appreciation to others, and by feeling thankful for every experience, whether perceived as positive or negative. Each experience is a gift, an opportunity for growth and learning. Remember, gratitude as the feeling of having already received. By working on your gratitude daily, you are aligning yourself with the frequency of abundance, opening yourself to receive even more of life's blessings. Self-love, the foundation of all love. The ninth aspect you must work on every day is self-love. Self-love is not narcissism or egotism. It is the recognition and acceptance of your divine nature. It is the foundation upon which all other forms of love built. Each day, practice loving yourself unconditionally. Appreciate your unique qualities, forgive perceived shortcomings, and honor your journey of growth and self-discovery. Speak to yourself with kindness and compassion, as you would to a dear friend. Work on your self-love by engaging in activities that nurture your body, mind, spirit. Take time for self-care, for quiet reflection, for joyful self-expression. As you cultivate self-love, you will find that love flows more freely in all areas of your life. Remember that you cannot give what you do not have. By working on your self-love daily, you are filling your own cup, allowing love to overflow into all your relationships and experiences. Awareness, the key to conscious creation. The 10th and final element you must work on every day is awareness. Awareness is the light of consciousness that illuminates your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. It is the key to conscious creation, to deliberate manifestation. Each day, practice being aware of your inner state. Notice your thoughts, observe your feelings, witness your reactions. This awareness allows you to catch limiting beliefs and negative patterns before they take root in your subconscious mind. Work on your awareness through practices like meditation, mindfulness, and self-reflection. Develop the habit of stepping back and observing your inner world without judgment. This awareness gives you the power to choose your thoughts and feelings consciously, aligning them with your desires. Remember, you cannot change what you are not aware of. By working on your awareness daily, you are taking control of your creative power, becoming a conscious co-creator of your reality. Now, my dear friends, as we have explored these 10 essential elements, you may have noticed that they are not separate practices, but interconnected aspects of your divine nature. Each flows into the next, creating a harmonious symphony of conscious creation. Your imagination fuels your self-concept, which in turn shapes your feelings. Your feelings direct your attention, which reinforces your assumptions. Your assumptions require persistence to take root, balanced by detachment to allow for divine timing. Gratitude opens you to receive more, while self-love ensures that you are worthy of your desires. And awareness ties it all together, allowing you to navigate this process consciously. As you work on these 10 elements daily, you are not adding something new to your life. Rather, you are peeling away the layers of limiting beliefs and false perceptions that have obscured your true nature. You are remembering who you really are, a divine being, the operant power in your own life. The daily practice is not about changing who you are, but about aligning with your true self. It is about living from the state of the wish fulfilled, embodying the person you desire to be. As you do this consistently, you will find that your outer world begins to reflect your own inner state. Remember, the kingdom of heaven is within you. All that you seek, all the success, all the love, all the abundance already exists within you as infinite potential. Your daily practice is simply about bringing this potential into manifestation. Now, some of you may be thinking, but Neville, this seems like a lot of work. Do I really need to focus on all these elements every day? To you, I say this is not work in the conventional sense. This is the joyous expression of your divine nature. It is as natural as breathing, as effortless as being. As you integrate these practices into your daily life, you will find that they become second nature. You will no longer need to consciously think about imagining or assuming or feeling grateful. These states will become your natural way of being. Moreover, these practices need not take up large amounts of your time. You can work on your imagination while commuting to work. You can practice gratitude while having your morning coffee. You can cultivate awareness as you go about your daily tasks. The key is consistency, not duration. Remember, you are always imagining, always assuming, always feeling. The question is whether you are doing so consciously or unconsciously. By bringing awareness to these processes, you are taking control of your creative power. As we near the end of our time together, I want to leave you with this final thought. You are already perfect, whole, and complete. You are the God in man, the all-created power of the universe expressing itself in human form. Your daily practice is not about becoming something you are not, but about remembering and expressing who you truly are. Go forth from this place with the knowledge that you have within you all that you need to create the life you desire. Work on these 10 elements daily, not as a chore or obligation, but as a joyous exploration of your divine nature. Imagine vividly, conceive of yourself boldly, feel deeply, attend carefully, assume confidently, persist steadfastly, detach lovingly, appreciate abundantly, love yourself unconditionally, and observe keenly. As you do so, you will find that your life transforms in ways you may have never thought possible. Remember, the world is just pushed out as you change your inner world through these daily practices. Your outer world must change to reflect this new inner reality. It is the law, and the law always works. And now, as we conclude this exploration of the 10 things you must work on every day, I invite you to take a deep breath. Feel the power of these words resonating within you. Allow them to sink deep into your subconscious mind, where they will continue to work their magic long after this moment has passed. Know that from this day forward, you walk in the certainty of your divine nature. You move through the world as the creative force that you truly are. You live from the state of your wish fulfilled, experiencing the joy and satisfaction of your desires in every moment. My dear friends, you are the miracle you have been waiting for. Embrace this truth life from this understanding and watch as your world transforms before your very eyes. Go now and be the wonder that you are. For in your realization of your true nature, the key to all the success, all the joy, all the love that you could ever desire. It is yours now and always. Claim it, live it, be it. Thank you for joining me on this journey of exploration and discovery. May your path be filled with wonder, with joy, and with the ever-unfolding realization of your divine nature. Until we meet again, remember you are the operant power in your life. Use this power wisely, use it lovingly, and watch as miracles unfold in your life. Good night and God bless you all. As we conclude this profound exploration of the 10 things you must work on every day, I want to emphasize once more the interconnectedness of these practices. They are not isolated tasks to be checked off a list, but rather facets of a holistic approach to conscious motion, living and creation. Imagine, if you will, a beautiful gemstone with 10 facets. Each facet represents one of these daily practices. When light shines on this gemstone, it doesn't make just one facet. It reflects and refracts to all of them, creating a dazzling display of light and color. This is how these 10 elements work together in your life, enhancing and amplifying each other. As you work on your imagination, you naturally influence your self-concept. As your self-concept shifts, your feelings align with this new understanding of who you are. These feelings guide your attention, which in turn shapes your assumptions about the world and your place in it. Your persistence in maintaining these new patterns is balanced by your practice of detachment, allowing for divine timing, infinite possibilities. Gratitude opens your heart and mind to receive more blessings, while self-love ensures that you feel worthy of these gifts. And awareness, like the light shining on our metaphorical gemstone, illuminates the whole process, allowing you to navigate it consciously. Remember, my dear friends, that this daily practice is not about adding something new to your life. It is about remembering who you truly are. It is about peeling away the layers of conditioning and false beliefs that have obscured your divine nature. You are not becoming something you are not. You are unveiling the miracle that you have always been. You are the God in man, the creative principle of the universe expressing itself through you. Your daily practice is simply about aligning with this truth, living from this understanding. As you integrate these practices into your daily life, you may find that they become as natural as breathing. You may catch yourself automatically reframing negative thoughts, feeling grateful for small blessings, or observing your reactions with detached awareness. This is a sign that you are embodying these principles, that they are becoming part of your natural way of being. And as you change your inner world through these practices, your outer world must change to reflect this new inner reality. It is the law, and the law always works. You may find opportunities appearing where before there were only obstacles. Relationships may transform, aligning with your new self-concept. Abundance may flow into your life in unexpected ways. But remember, the true miracle is not in these outer changes, wonderful as far as they may be. The true miracle is in your awakening to your divine nature, in your recognition of the power that has always resided within you. As you go forth from this place, carrying the knowledge of these 10 daily practices, I encourage you to approach them with joy and curiosity. See each day as a new opportunity to explore your divine nature, to express your creative power, to align more closely with your true self. Be patient with yourself as you integrate these practices into your life. Remember, you are undoing years, perhaps lifetimes, of conditioning. There may be days when you forget to practice, when old patterns reassert themselves. When this happens, do not judge or criticize yourself. Simply observe it and continue on your path. For every moment is a new beginning, a fresh opportunity to choose again. In each moment, you have the power to realign with your divine nature, to live from the state of your wish fulfilled. And as you persist in these practices, as you consistently choose to live from your higher self, you will find that your life transforms in ways you may have never imagined possible. You will become a living testament to the power of these principles, an inspiration to all who cross your path. For you are not just changing your own life through these practices. As you align with your divine nature, as you embody the state of your wish fulfilled, you are changing the world. You are radiating a new frequency, influencing all those around you in subtle yet profound ways. Imagine a world where each person recognizes their divine nature, where each individual lives from the state of their wish fulfilled. This is the world you are creating through your daily practice. This is the ripple effect of your awakening. So go forth, my dear friends, and be the miracle that you are. Walk on these 10 elements daily, not as a burden, but as a joyous exploration of your inner potential. Live from the end, embodying the person you desire to be, and watch as your world transforms to match this new inner reality. Remember, you are the author of your life story. With these 10 daily practices, you hold the pen. Write a story of joy, of love, of abundance. Write a story that inspires and uplifts. Write a story that reflects the divine being that you truly are. And know that as you do so, you are supported by the infinite intelligence of the universe. You are guided by the God within you. You are empowered by the creative force that flows through all things. Thank you once again for joining me on this exploration of the 10 things you must work on every day. May your journey be filled with wonder, with joy, and with the ever unfolding realization of your divine nature. Until we meet again, remember, you are the operant power in your life. You are the God in man. You are the miracle you have been waiting for. Embrace this truth, live from this understanding, and watch as your world transforms before your very eyes.